if you're trying to get a dog to respond properly, wearing a bunch of perfume or cologne is not going to be helpful. You're blinding the dog, essentially. You are. Their number one sense is smell. It is. And I saw this last night. A friend of mine was over. She'd come from work. She was wearing a bunch of perfume. And the dog was acting like super excited. You know? Even with her off at a distance, the dog was still acting like a douchebag. You think that this doesn't affect dogs? You think like a human. The dog's number one sense is scenting. It isn't eyesight. You're sort of blinding the dog when you do that. You wear a bunch of perfume. It's a huge mistake. If you're a dog trainer and you wear perfume or cologne, you're screwing up. You're screwing up. It's not going to be helpful. Stop wearing that shit. You're blinding the dog. Doesn't this make sense? This should make sense. This is just stuff that a normal human being isn't going to think about, but Peter's going to tell you, and he's going to tell you the truth. You want the dog to respond properly? Stop wearing that fucking perfume. Absolutely. Wearing perfume you're just blinding the dog. It's like if you put blinders on, like for a horse, so that they could only see straight. You're sort of doing that. You're creating, some kind of tunnel vision for the dog that it really can't see other stuff because it's so concentrated with that perfume that you have on. It's not fucking helpful. You should not be wearing cologne. You should not be wearing perfume. Human beings should smell like human beings. That's how I think. I don't wear anything, and I'm sure people say, yeah, Caine, but you stink. Well, so be it. But I don't want a dog responding in a negative way because I'm wearing polo or something like that. The days of me putting on canoe are over. If some woman's going to want me, it's not going to be because I'm wearing some kind of made-up scent. So if you're working with a dog, you work around dogs, you really should not be wearing perfume or cologne. It's not going to be helpful. You're just sort of blinding the dog. Remember that. People don't think about this because they always think that the dog is like a morphed little human. It's fucking nothing like you. It isn't. Your dog is nothing fucking like you. Its number one sense is scenting. It's its nose. It isn't its eyesight. Its eyesight is about as crappy as ours, and that's not real good. It's the truth. With all the dogs that I work with, I know. I'll be working with a dog, and there will be somebody that sort of resembles an owner, and I see the dog sort of looking at him. Do you understand what I'm saying? They think that the person from a distance might be their owner, but as soon as they get close enough and can smell it or the wind changes, they say it's not the owner. Their eyesight is crappy, okay? The number one sense is smell. Stop wearing perfume. You're just making matters worse.